concept is my thoughts on the way that I see the world. I talk about community relations, how we used to be a community and change the world, and how we could get back to what we once were instead of closing the door on each other. And also how to keep our kids involved and be more parents to our children, and instead of trying to have other people parent our children. The one Walk in My Shoes is a track about me, about people talking behind your back, smiling in your face one next, want to talk behind your back the next. Everybody's shoes is different. You put on somebody else's shoes, can you walk in them? I also talk about how my struggles is going on, trying to provide for my family, my wife and I, for my family, and the struggles it is to even buy food and things of that nature. So I speak on life. Like I said, I'm not out there as the mainstream, so I am with the people. And that's what I speak on, how we see life through the people. There's good uplifting, there's love on the track, love for your wife, your partner, your significant other. You know what I'm saying? There's also how I want to do things my way. That track I touch on my way. I want to give a shout out to Jay Urban, a London artist who helped me out, on a couple of my tracks. But it's more of just my thoughts. It's like taking a 40, taking a Hennessy, or taking that brown paper bag and just sitting on the porch. You know what I'm saying? And just sip it on there and just reflect and just think on how to make moves, and move through this jungle we call life.
So
that's the thought behind the track.
So if you had a, kind of, experience, and I'm not necessarily talking military, but just in general, that really changed your life and made you, see the world as it is today, what kind of advice would you give somebody, growing up, in less than desirable areas and, dealing through all this, to get by and to, give them some kind of a sense of worth or sense of pride, especially, since you mentioned before, that you had to deal, in a home environment where you eventually had a stepfather, but you didn't know when your father was going to be around and everything.
The advice that I would give is, first and foremost, I want to thank God, because every day that I breathe is a blessing from Him. I'm not like real bad off, but I'm there. I'm good right now. I'm comfortable. Could be a lot better, but that's how I make myself be moving forward. What I give the advice for the young man is never be, and it's funny that you say this, because I was in the car today bringing about 5 players to Lloyd Sixsmith to get their football helmets, and I was telling the kids that you cannot be what these people perceive you are. If they look at other people and they see people of your color, whatever it is, because I had had a group of guys, so it was all mixed colors. If they see you come into the store, they're going to think, oh, he's trying to rob me, or he's being rowdy, trying to destroy my stuff. You got to deal with different perceptions. You got to come in there with respect. You got to respect yourself. You respect yourself, you respect others. That change people's minds about who you are. I would say you got to have a sense of pride in yourself. You got to know what you want out of life. Even at this young age, when we're not supposed to know, where our thoughts change so much, we don't have time for that now. So you have to decide on and make better choices in your life. Have pride in yourself and in your family, and carry yourself respectfully, so that way nobody thinks you're somebody else or act in a certain way. You got to get that thought perception out of people's minds. That's what I told the young boys today, and that's what I stand on.
So, do you feel in this day and age with, the loss of, MTV, going to reality TV, and, YouTube really, unless you're a major artist, you're not getting that many, plays unless you got 1 million, listeners. Do you feel that nowadays the underground is really the true music, whereas with the stuff that you're hearing on the radio, some of it may be true, but most of it is just one-hitter quitters, or just not the same quality that it once was?
No, it's not. It's, okay, first and foremost, these YouTube and social media sites, let's be for real. A lot of these people pay for these hits. Most of these are not unique views. You know what I mean? My hits are unique views. Most of these people are not unique views. They pay for these services. You know what I mean? I got hit up a lot for paying for these. I can boost your Twitter account, boost your YouTube account. I chose not to do that, or else food for thought would have been in the hundreds of thousands. You know, even the Law track I put out, even the Knight in China Armor, 155 unique views. It could have been a couple of 100,000 unique views if I wanted to pay for the services. You know, but no, I do the legwork there. A lot of these things here, yes, everything is life. You know what I mean? But a lot of these artists just sit back, you know what I'm saying, and look at somebody else's life and write about it. How about looking at your own? You know what I mean? Write about your own life, your own experience. They just pick a story, look at it, and just write something real jive, smooth, everything about the hooks nowadays. So no, music is not genuine. A lot of these people are synthetic. Fake. And then when it's time to put up, they got to start doing dirt because they got to be who they are. I find it pretty funny.
I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, you've got, interview, tons and tons of artists, all the time. And, just like yourself, very talented. And I always wonder, why aren't they on, why aren't they the big ones, and the ones that are on, it doesn't make any sense to me. But honestly, it makes perfect sense, because the way things are run now, and the fact that people don't want to work hard like they originally, did years ago, it just shows that, okay, all right, well, this person's going to be a robot, okay, yeah, let's throw them on. Where the one, going to the shows all the time is just getting overlooked, and it's like, okay, yeah, you work hard, and it's for nothing, but honestly, it's for a lot, it's for yourself, and I just appreciate artists like yourself, Mr. Philly Black.
Thank you very much, Ray. Thank you very much. That means a lot, and and that's all. Respect. Give respect. Give credit to where credit's due. And I want to thank you again for actually having me on this. On this show. I mean, you're my first one that I actually did a radio show for.
Well, I
want to thank you very much.
I'm sure you're gonna, have, many others. Here's the funny part. You were just talking about a minute ago, people paying for plays. And here's the thing. I do a free submission, with Reverb Nation. Very grateful to do it. I love them to death. But it just seems like some artists are doing the exact same thing. They're paying, for likes, or, on their Facebook and whatnot. And then I listen to it, and I think, okay, I must have went through 1,000 artists. 90% of them with the high amount of light were garbage.
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah, exactly.
What can you do?
You can't do much. But so what made you want to be, a rap artist, a hip-hop artist? I don't want to, go to that realm. But what made you want to get into hip-hop, and what was the backbone of it?
The backbone? I felt as though I can do it. Honestly, I like Nas. Nas is one of my biggest influences. Rakim. I like Rakim. Love him. But I just wanted to do something. I actually tried to sing at first. That didn't work out too tough. But the backbone behind it, because I love music so much, and I know music is a universal language of the world. So I just tried it. You know what I mean? It's just a genuine love. It's like somebody, want to do something new, like a kid want to play football. You see other kids doing it, and he's like, yo, I could do that too. And then you hear other things, and you're like, yo, man, I know people I'm way better than that person. You know what I mean? I could do better than that. let me try it. And then all of a sudden, it went from there. You know, it went from there. My brother was big in music, you know, natural black, you know, so he always took me around to a lot of music scenes and things of that nature. So I just wanted to do it.
So if you could be on stage with anyone out there, you know, I'll just say alive or dead, you know, who would you want to be on stage? Who you think would be the most influential to be on stage with?
Well, most influential? Woo! I would say a Nas, a Mos Def, a Talib Kweli, you know, wise intellect. Them type of artists, you know, would just, you know, give me so much more, teach me so much more. I would love to rock the stage with one of them, you know. I would love, even Immortal Technique. Love to rock the stage with Immortal Technique, you know, just to pick their brain. I'm a connoisseur of knowledge. I love it, you know. I mean, I love it. So I would love just to be in the presence to pick their brain and to rock the stage, because I love performing.
Now, as far as your style, would you classify that as what they call conscious hip-hop, or would you just say, look, I am who I am, just, you know, I'm part conscious and then part just me?
I keep it real. I keep it who I am. You got to keep what made you or what got you there to begin with. You don't want to lose that. So I'll keep myself. You always got, a lot of times nowadays, you got to create your brand and your image now, because the industry doesn't want you to, you know, don't want to sit there and put the work in, the mold and the shape and to change you. You know what I mean? So let me come in with my image now, who I am now. Yeah, I mean, my brand right here, this is me. You know what I mean? There is no changing right now. You know what I mean? Not now, not ever. I remain the same.
Okay,
so,
and
give me that knowledge.
And by that token, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm good at it for people. What would, if somebody had a choice to buy your CD from somebody else's, what would be the reason behind buying your music versus, you know, buying another today's artist's music?
Oh, mine's will last a lifetime. Mine's not here today, going tomorrow. Mine's will last a lifetime. Mine, you could play mine, you know what I mean, and you can go through your situation, listen to that, and give it to your kids. Mine's not a here today, going tomorrow. My words forever stay. Stand. Concrete. Can't deny it.
Exactly. As you stated before, your word is bond, and I truly believe that as well.
Good luck.
So,
good luck.
What, you know, I said before, you know, somebody, you know, in a bad environment, I'm just going to say somebody in general right now, you know, that is trying to get into hip-hop, you know, I'll just say, you know, for the right reasons and not just to get money and, you know, get chicks like some people. What would you tell them about the hard work that you have to put into it, and what kind of mindset they need in order to be a real hip-hop artist and not just a fly-by-night artist?
All right, well, you got to put a lot of work into it. You got to love what you do. You want to do it for the love of it and not. If you're going to do it for the money, then you know you're going to do it for the money. You got to go in there with a game plan, just like anything else. Have your game plan set. If you want to do it for the money, you know you're all about the money. If you want to do it for the love, you know what I mean, then you do it for the love. You want to educate people, and you do it for that reason. And never lose sight of the reason that brought you into it. Because once you lose that sight, then you lose the love. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes dedication. It takes focus. It's going to take a lot of rejection. You're going to get a lot of BS, all right, or bullshit. I don't know if I can do that, but bullshit.
You can say whatever you like.
All right. Well, you're gonna get a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? A lot of people promising you shit like that, but you got to understand, and you got to be able to sift through that, and you got to be able to stand firm when things are negative, when things are down, when things like, man, they not listening to my music. Because guaranteed, there is one person in this world that's listening to your music right now. You may not know it, but it is. It's one person. And once you got that one, you'll get another, and then you'll get another. But it's a grind.